Hey, Kevin,
Everyone talks about the Heat culture. It is special. David, thank you. And a quick look at some of the numbers for him.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, we've got Bogdanovich. Rudy Gobert is out there with O'Neal. Then it's Conley, and it's Ingles in at the 2-guard spot. And for Miami, Trevor Ariza out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at the 1 spot. Ariza brings the double. Ariza against O'Neal. Stolen by Nunn. Here's Butler, and it's Butler with the jam.
You see the intensity in Butler's eyes. When you give him room to run, look out.
Outside Bogdanovich, and stolen by Butler. Robinson passes to Butler. Back to Robinson. Here's Adebayo. The kick outside to Butler. Puts it up for Adebayo. Throws down the alley-oop slam. And midway through the season, some players going above and beyond. And Steve, is that contract year boost a myth or is it a real thing?
Hey, Kevin, it is a real thing. You see guys more focused. You see guys that's usually not on time. On that contract year, you see guys on their best behavior, and you see some of their best play on the court overall. I love how Jimmy Butler let the play develop, how he's learned to trust his vision.
Ingles dishes to Gobert. O'Neal passes to Gobert. Out to Conley, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Heat have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Nunn against Ingles. Nunn passes to Adebayo. The kick outside to Butler. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And as much as he commands attention on the court, Jimmy Butler content to skip the spotlight when he's off it.
You know, GA, nothing has come easy in his career for Jimmy Butler. All he does is puts his head down and works and works and works. And because of that work ethic, he has become an all-star. Love watching his progression.
And Jordan Clarkson is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. Heroes checked in for Miami. And Utah with a change here, too. Ilyasova's checked in. Now, here's Nunn. Really played well against Brooklyn in his last outing. Here's Ariza. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
And Ariza much improved as a free thrower over the course of his career.
A different look for Miami. Iguodala comes in for Butler. And it's Dragic in for Kendrick Nunn.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
The Heat leading by 7. And even 3-on-3 break. Clarkson against Dragic. Sinks that one from the post.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Here's Ilyasova, and he banks in the layup.
Good find, and one of Gobert's advantages as a passer, he can see over everyone's head.
Bounce pass, Dragic. Hero passes to Adebayo. Got a piece of it, and stolen by Ilyasova. Pass to Bogdanovich. Nice ball movement by Utah. Clarkson finds Conley. And here is Ilyasova. Off target from the wing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Passes it to Dragic. 1:02 left to play here in the first. Banked in off the glass. Dragic has got his second basket of the night.
Bouncing off defenders like a pinball, something we see from Dragic almost every night.
Here's Conley. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Clarkson with the ball. Now guarded by Dragic, and it's Dragic with the foul. That is his first foul of the game for the Jazz. Favors comes in for Rudy Gobert, and it's George Niang in for Bogdanovic. Favors passes to Ilyasova. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Pass to Bielitsa. Here's Hero. It's rebounded by Derek Favors.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. For the Utah Jazz, they come in off a loss to the Los Angeles Lakers. The pass to Ilyasova. Up again. No dice on the putback jam. There's Dragic with the 3, and we reach the end of the first quarter. Heat lead by 7. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And we spoke with Jimmy Butler not too long ago about
these guys work so hard and they're young.
Well, Greg, it sounds like Butler has found happiness.
You know, people don't talk enough about fit. It's important to be in an organization and a system that maximizes your abilities. Butler is playing some of the best ball in his life and making everyone around him better.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
They've got Achua. Hero out there with Dragic. Then it's Nemanja Bjelica. And it's Strus in at the small forward. So that's who Miami starts the second with. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Miami. Kendrick Nunn comes in for Goran Dragic. Clock at 6. Here's Butler, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Greg, I know you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. You know, Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA.
I like that play by Joe Ingles. Doesn't have anything he wants, keeps the ball moving.
And it's Butler missing.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
To the middle, Butler with the steal. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Down low. And now Utah, fast break. Here's Favors. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Miami the other way now. They came away with the victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
I love that about Jimmy Butler. Sees a little bit of daylight, takes it, and slams it.
Here's Ingles, following the score by Miami. Aston Yang.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Butler. First in steals, and his playmaking ability, unquestioned, one of the top 15 assist men in our league.
And as you said, #1 in steals this season. He's the sneakiest ball hawk in the league right now. Hide everything you've got because he's coming after you. Here's what Miami's going with right now. Adebayo is checked in for Achua. And it's Iguodala in for Bielitsa. Then for the Jazz, Rudy Gobert comes in for Derek Favors. And it's Bogdanovic in for Royce O'Neal. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. Right now, let's have a moment to check out the NBA's best three-point shooters. Number 1, Joe Ingles.
He is as automatic as they come from behind the arc, and that shooting ability makes him an option every trip down the floor.
Butler finds Iguodala. Back to Butler. That one falls, coming off Iguodala's feet. Butler's got 6 here in this quarter.
Those 220 pounds came in handy. Jimmy Butler using his big body and muscling those tough shots.
Gobert with a wide-open look. Another miss by Utah. The Heat leading by 8. And here we go. It's Butler. And Adebayo throws it down.
Wonderful play. With that long wingspan and huge hands, Adebayo catches and finishes with ease.
Ingles kicks to Conley. Back to Ingles. And it's Miami with the rebound. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Oh, my goodness! Where did that come from?
I loved it.
That was beautiful.
Loved it.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me.
My
With confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself. Here's Niang. 9 points last game. Kicks to Bogdanovich. Over Robinson. Another miss by Utah. Heat have gotten 4 of the first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. And there's the foul. It'll go on Joe Ingles. That is his first foul of the game. The Heat have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
The free throw line is something that Iggy needs to work on. He's hit or miss from there.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Strus is checked in, and it's Tyler Hero in for Duncan Robinson. Utah also making some changes. Ilyasova, he's checked in for George Niang, and it's Clarkson in for Joe Ingles. Ilyasova dishes to Conley. Utah the rebound. Passes it to Bogdanovich. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. From deep three-point range, offensive rebound, and staying with the play, Iguodala. And the Heat lead by 15.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock.
Wow! I can't believe that one.
That was incredible.
You have got to be kidding.
Talk about taking things into your own hands.
Yeah, easy call.
The Jazz have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79. And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second, a nice way to get your offense going.
Stolen by Conley. Fast break, here come the Jazz. Conley's running, and that one drops for him.
The track star DNA for Conley on full display in the open court.
Here's Hero. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so, thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. Miami did not hesitate to set the pace. They launched into a 6-0 run. And that'll...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
Oof. That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
And these weren't just putbacks and alley-oops. He was roaring to the rim and finishing.
Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. Conley out there with Joe Ingles. Then there's Bojan Bogdanovich, and it's Rudy Gobert, and it's O'Neal in at the 4 spot. Here's Butler. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
That's the kind of muscle Butler has. Even when he gets hit on a drive, he finishes strong.
Conley with the 3. Butler with the steal. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Adebayo. Gobert with the block. Pass to O'Neal. Conley for three. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Oh, and the dunk by Ariza.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Bogdanovich wide open. Another miss by Utah.
Ooh, they've come out ice cold to start this half. 3 misses and as many attempts.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow.
And you talk about guys who play with that chip on their shoulder. Bam Adebayo has not forgotten he was cut from the U.S. national team in 2019.
And Greg, in fact, he told those close to him they will pay. A little extra motivation, fuel for the fire.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
And here are the Heat now, following the bucket by the Jazz. Butler deciding where to go with it. 5 to shoot. Outside Robinson. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Jazz trail by 19. Here's O'Neal. Ingles kicks to O'Neal. Launches it. It's hauled in by the Heat.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Stolen by Michael Conley. And now Utah, fast break. Bogdanovich with it. Robinson picks him up. Butler with the steal. Gobert with the block.
You really have to be careful with Gobert lurking around. He'll send it back.
Second chance shot. And now Utah, fast break. Conley leading the charge. And it's in there. Conley's got 6 points.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
And here's none. No points in the game yet for him. And there's the pass to Butler. Shot clock at 5. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Pass to Adebayo. None against O'Neal. Outside for Robinson. Poked loose. Stolen by Michael Conley. One-on-one fast break. O'Neal passes to Gobert.
And to begin his career, teams happy to send Gobert to the free throw line. His free throw shooting has been a focus.
The Jazz shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Utah also making some changes. Derek Favors checked in for Conley. Ilyasova comes in for O'Neal. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Joe Ingles. Iguodala with the steal. Here's Hero. He's covered by Bogdanovich. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. This is his first trip to the line tonight. The first one falls. That one is no good. In the corner, it's Clarkson. Fires the 3. Misses the shot. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Heat lead by 19. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the floor for Miami, Hero out there with Dragic. Then it's Nemanja Bjelica. And there's Iguodala. And it's Achua in at the 5, down low.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Bjelica. Pass to Hero. 6 on the shot clock. And he makes good on the layup. And the Heat lead by 21.
A focused individual. Hero's not going to let a little contact affect his shot.
Conley kicks to Bogdanovich. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Hero, no good.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Pass to Ilyasova. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. In transition, here comes Miami. Pops it up for Dragic. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Clarkson dishes to Ilyasova. Conley, the pass to Favors. Steve, if you were a GM and you could choose one player, who would you start your team with?
Right now, I think the perfect player to start your team off right now because of the way everything is going is Anthony Davis. He can play 1 through 5. Defensively, he can change a game. Offensively, he can play in and out. And he's just that fluid player that matches up with today's game.
Here's Hero. Miami no good on that time either.
Well, so far, this cold night from the field has not affected their ability to maintain this lead.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. Here's Dragic after the basket by Utah. There's the pass to Hero. Stolen by Conley. And the Jazz pushing it up now. Clarkson on the wing. Inside and stolen by Bjelica. Hero passes to Iguodala. Achua, no good. Jazz trail by 19, and the Jazz pushing it up now. It's stolen by Dragic. Iguodala outside. Pass to Hero. The kick out to Dragic. Heat moving the ball around. Here's Achua, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Heat lead by 21.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
And the Heat making a change here. Strus is checked in. Hughes with it.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Heat.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And you could tell they were ready for this one today, guys. There was something extra on the line, and they wanted it.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jimmy Butler.
Shouldering the load for them all night offensively. He came in focused, ready to go, and he delivered.
And the Jazz with possession here. The Heat getting the bucket. Here's Oni. first one falls for him. So he picks up just one from the line that time.
No way he is happy with himself right now. He knows he has to knock every shot down at this point in the game.
Back to none. Stolen by Thomas. And now Utah, fast break.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
And it's good, 2 points. And the Heat lead by 20.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done. A little undersized at the 4, but he can get off the ground.
Here's Niang off the mark. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. Well, we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, they've got Jimmy Butler, Trevor Ariza out there with Bam Adebayo. Then it's Kendrick Nunn, and it's Robinson in at the 2 spot. New Orleans with the ball. Here's Ingram. Here's Williamson. And the dunk by Williamson.
Brandon Ingram at that size, able to survey the entire floor and make a play.
Butler passes to Adebayo. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
And there are a number of things that make Ingram a dominant force. But what really jumps out at you, the moment you see him, the length. Few wings in league history have had a 7'3" wingspan.
And Adams with the slam.
Sometimes you raise your eyebrows at the things Steven Adams does athletically at his size. Almost impossible to stop him once he's at the rim.
Butler kicks to Adebayo. Back to Butler. Ball with the rebound.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Williamson looking it over. Adams with it. Robinson picks him up. Adams, the pass to ball. Just 4 to shoot. Back to Adams. Over Adebayo. Adams' shot is off. And Greg, you combine Ingram's length with his emerging skill set. He has got a long career ahead of him in the NBA.
I mean, he certainly has the tools. What we need to see now is the consistency year in and year out. It's one thing to reach that star status. It's another to become one of the true superstars in our league.
Here's Ball. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Again, floor vision from Eric Bledsoe makes dishing that basketball look easy.
Nunn kicks to Adebayo. Outside for Robinson. Pass to Butler. Ingram with the steal. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Ariza against Williamson. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. Playoff seeding so important here. Let's have a look out west. You take a look at the Pelicans. It hasn't been a great season for them. We may see some changes in the offseason.
And I think for New Orleans, they haven't gotten anywhere near where they wanted to be this season. Pretty clear there's a big talent gap between them and the true contenders.
Well, you hope that they realize that and they have some self-awareness, but can they win some games, carry some positive energy, maybe some momentum into the offseason with which to build on?
Now Butler. Following the miss by Lonzo Ball from deep. 2 points. That one goes.
That is a tough 2 right there from Butler. Really his calling card. Rugged play and 100% effort.
No good that time. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
I mean, in the modern era, you have to be able to stretch the floor or you're going to struggle.
Yeah, the best way to make it hard on teams is continue your motion, and their motion on the perimeter just wasn't good enough. That ended up costing them.
Ball up top, guarded by Robinson. Ball, the pass to Ingram. Just 5 on the clock. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Here's Butler trying to get open as Adebayo. And it's Butler missing.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Ball against Butler. There's Williamson with the 3. Offensive rebound. Adams lays it up off the glass.
And Steven Adams just a wrecking ball down there with his size and strength on the offensive glass.
Last game for the Heat, they picked up the win against the Brooklyn Nets.
And in that one, the backups came to play, gave the team an infusion of points that just put them over the top.
Well, I talked to the assistant coaching staff. What they were stoked about is that the bench guys came in and played well. So punch off the bench, a big factor in that win.
Here's Butler, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, Jimmy determined there just to get inside and fight for an opportunity to get an attempt up.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Finished off the break.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
And so it's New Orleans heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Back to the action after this word. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
James Johnson is out there with Jackson Hayes. Then it's Ingram. And it's a 1-2 and a 2-guard. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter.
Good anticipation there from Iguodala, who is a very good passer.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
Passes to Bielitsa. The rebound by Johnson. New Orleans leading by 5. To the inside. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Dragic left side. Iguodala outside. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist.
Well, he fights through some aggressive defense. Iguodala using those broad shoulders and not taking no for an answer.
Down low, here's Johnson. Can't hit that one.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Brown. And a fast break now for the Pelicans.
Who's watching here?
Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But 2 other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, 2 guys, when you look at those 2, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become, and it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
Johnson right side. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. It's stolen by Dragic. In transition, here comes Miami. The alley-oop layup, very well done. Bielitsa's got the lead up to 1 now for the Heat.
A mix of offensive moves shown there by Bielitsa.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You 2 players.
And the Pelicans with possession here. He's guarded by Dragic. Here's Hayes. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Back to none. The kick outside to Butler. 6 to shoot. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Heat lead by 2.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Ball, the pass to Awandu. Here's Butler. 1:15 left in the first half of the game. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Lonzo Ball has steadily improved his three-point shooting. He had to rework his form, moving his windup over to the right side of his body. He said, now my shot is more consistent. We just take it step by step. I'm going to keep working, and hopefully the percentages will keep going up. Guys?
I think we've all enjoyed watching his improvement. David, thank you for that. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And it's the Heat with the ball. Here's Miami now. They're on a 12-3 run right now. Butler passes to Bialisi. And they double up Butler. The pass to Nunn. Fires for 3. A putback, and Butler with the second chance points. Now it's a 4-point Heat lead.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
To the wing right side. Williamson outside. And Adebayo sends it back.
And Bam aptly describes Adebayo's defensive impact. He packs a punch in there.
16 seconds left to play here in the second quarter.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding and rising up off the ground.
Puts it up for Adebayo.
And good passing in the paint may be even more important to an offense than great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful.
And the dunk by Williamson.
I feel like Zion with that quickness. Guys are just not ready for that first step.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. Miami had some issues in the first quarter. They struggled to find an offensive rhythm or come up with enough. And that should...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Jimmy Butler, he's really been playing well.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
On the floor for Miami, Adebayo is out there with Trevor Ariza. Then it's Kendrick Nunn. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Robinson in at the 2. Bounce pass, Butler. Ariza finds Adebayo. Williamson against Butler. Clock at 6. Ingram with the steal. Here's Williamson, and finished off by Williamson.
Yeah, looks like Zion's got the stage all to himself there, just tearing down the rim.
And Bones, one of the things you're seeing from Ingram is his improved strength, something he's worked on now for a while.
Yeah, B.I. has talked about eating 6 meals a day back in college and still coming into the league at 190 pounds. But eventually that metabolism's going to slow down, and if you keep putting in that kind of work, the incremental improvements are going to speed up. We've been seeing that from Brandon Ingram.
A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
And read the plate perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
And so it's New Orleans with it. And so it's Williamson with it. He brings it up for the Pelicans. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Ball against none. Pass to Adams. It's stolen by Adebayo. And here we go. It's Butler. Bobbed up there for Robinson.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Ball against none. Now here's Bledsoe. He's tightly guarded. Ball against none. From the stripe. Again, the Pelicans score.
How about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
Nunn looking around. The dish to Butler. And it's Butler with the jam.
Well, Jimmy Butler has that kind of room, and he's going to throw it down.
Ball against none. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. Nunn with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Butler. That shot no good. Adams, some nice D. Adebayo kicks to Butler. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Adebayo on the inside knows he has to go up hard. He's going to get hit, and he forces the D to do it that time.
And Bam Adebayo demonstrating a refined skill set that belies his nickname. Over 5 assists per game. He's a creator, not just a finisher.
And Miami making a change here. Achua, he's checked in for a reason. Iguodala comes in for Butler. Tyler Hero, he's checked in for Robinson. And it's Dragic in for Kendrick Nunn. It's stolen by Adams. He's guarded by Dragic. Ingram against Adebayo. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And the Heat have given Adebayo the leeway to rip and run, baby. Make things happen.
And Kevin, an unselfish player who loves to pass. Even back in high school, playing with lesser talent, he made sure to find the others.
The Heat making a switch here. Strus is checked in. Dragic against Ingram. And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
Well, the teammates are always looking for Iguodala. He snakes along the baseline, and that time the recipient of the big alley-oop.
1:15 left to play in the third. Shot clock at 6. Shoots from 12. Miami grabs the miss. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Now a chance to take a look at some numbers for him. The Heat have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. First free throw is good. Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for Steven Adams. Bielitsa, he's checked in for Miami. Pelicans trail by 4. He's guarded by Dragic. Another shot. Nice jump shot. Good.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
to the right side. Iguodala, the pass to Dragic. And the layup falls. Achua's got 4 points this quarter.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. To the left side wing. Near the three-point line, it's Bledsoe. And that misses badly. Air ball. Dragic taking his time here. No good. Shot missing. And we've reached the end of the third. Miami ahead, leading by 4. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from New Orleans. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. A moment now to reset the lineups. Back to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So for New Orleans right now, James Johnson is out there with Ingram. Then there's Hayes. Then it's Ball, and it's Johnson penetrating. Here's Hayes. Johnson. Great positioning on the putback.
Just a nice job of sniffing one out right there. Would love to see Johnson try to get a few more of those freebies.
Now here's Dragic. Tight defense on him. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. He's guarded by Adebayo. To tie it up. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Iguodala. Hero, no good. The Pelicans trail. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And it's official. They have come all the way back. At one point, this thing seemed to be out of reach.
This is a testament to this team's fortitude, never giving up. Folks, we've got a new ball game.
It's stolen by Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Watch out when Adebayo gets vertical. That's a big bam.
Now the feed to Johnson. Yep, that one goes in there.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team, just fighting tonight.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
Pass to Hayes. And a foul call. Almost got it to go in, but he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo. Adams, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Williamson comes in for James Johnson. And he's good on the second. Here's Nunn. Inside, here's Adebayo. And then jammed down as he goes right over Zion Williamson.
And how about Adebayo just getting up and getting athletic?
And Hayes kicks to Williamson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one is on Ariza.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
Eric Bledsoe's checked in for Jackson Hayes. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Eric Spoelstra coaching the team during the break. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go. Guys?
Nunn passes to Adebayo. Back to Nunn. Stolen by Ball. And Ball slams it in.
Lonzo Ball, give me pressure. I'll show you what I can do.
For Miami, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Robinson passes to Ariza. And Bledsoe with the stuff.
Eric Bledsoe steps up in a big moment.
Miami trailing. And here's none. It's deflected. Ingram with the steal. None against Williamson. Ingram trying to get open. And that one's good. Williamson. And the Pelicans lead by 4.
Big-time shot from Zion Williamson. The big guy wants it.
Butler. And it's Butler with the jam.
Man, no question. Jimmy Butler all the way.
And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for New Orleans. They double him with Butler. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
Yeah, unfortunately, just poor execution there. You cannot give the ball away at this point in the game.
And he overdid it there. Too much force. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Dishes to Ariza. Outside Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Now Ball. Here's the lob to Adams. He can't get it to go. And here comes Ariza, leading the fast break. Butler in the corner. Five on the clock. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You don't become this good in this league unless you put in a lot of hard work. And there's some evidence that Jimmy Butler has done that through the years.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 4-point ball game.
And just like that, this game is a 2-possession affair.
They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operation.
And Lonzo fearless right there, answering the call.
None passes to Butler, and now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he does get the second one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 3. 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Don't force something up. You got to be smart here.
Ingram wide open. Misses the 3. And Ball stays with it.
Lonzo Ball is a very big guard and can be effective as a rebounder, so beautiful work there to get some second chance points.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul. He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
That last one was a difference maker. It pushed it from a 2-point lead to 3.
A 3 and nothing but a 3 will do here.
Now this is all from the perimeter and outside the arc here.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining. yard.
Kevin, thank you very much.
Thanks, David. That's David Aldridge, our NBA Hall of Famer. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, they've got O'Neal. Conley out there with Joe Ingles. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Bogdanovich in at the small forward. And for the Pelicans, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Bledsoe is out there with Ball. And it's Adams in at the center, locking down the middle. Now here's Williamson. Here's the lob to Adams. Up high to stuff the alley-oop. Greg, it's going to be a battle of the boards tonight. You know what that's like. You played alongside some great rebounders.
No doubt about it. Patrick Ewing, Charles Oakley. I mean, Brian Grant, a lot of guys that earn their living wearing that hard hat.
And so the New Orleans Pelicans get the first points of the ballgame. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Well, if you want to pinpoint one thing about Mike Conley, it's his feel for the game. That's a pretty pass.
Ball kicks to Bledsoe. No good with the triple. And so Gobert will bring it up for the Jazz. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
Now, here's Ball. He's been producing a fair amount of offense night in and night out as he's averaging 14 points a game. And the dunk by Williamson.
And you see the decision-making Williamson possesses. Phenomenal with the reads in terms of the defense and just taking what's available.
Now here's Bledsoe. Bogdanovich missing his last shot. Ingles with the ball. Now guarded by Bledsoe. Count it. Good.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Ball against Conley. Ball feeling it out a bit. Passes it to Adams. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Back to Conley. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Well, Mike Conley, slight of frame, but the intention is there and finishes with contact.
In the corner, it's Ingram. Shoots the 3. A shot off that time. And it's Utah the other way. Their last meeting was in New Orleans, where they were unable to fight off the Pelicans.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded. And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for the Jazz. Clarkson comes in for Joe Ingles. Clarkson passes to Gobert. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Tries again, and the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert. And it's all knotted up.
I love it when Rudy Gobert crashes the offensive glass, uses those long arms to great advantage.
Williamson right side. It's stolen by Gobert, and here comes the break. Here's Bogdanovich, rejected by Ingram.
In addition to being superb on offense, Ingram is also a ridiculously good defender. His long reach really allowing him to collect a good number of block shots.
For the 3. And again, no good by New Orleans. Outside, Bogdanovich. Ilyasova against Ingram. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. New Orleans gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Here's Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
And the defense learned a valuable lesson there. Don't let Williamson get to that launching pad around the rim.
It's stolen. Feeds to Hayes. Kicks it out to Williamson. Ingram outside. With 1 on the clock, and he sinks the layup.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision making.
And that does it for the first quarter. Pelicans lead by 4. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Well, what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
So on the floor for Utah, we've got Conley, Ilyasova out there with Favors. Then there's Jordan Clarkson, and it's Niang in at the 3. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks very much. Well, Steven Adams could be the league's most physical presence. All-star Jimmy Butler said that he is just so strong. Butler says he hit me with a screen, and I thought my life was over. Adams said his strength doesn't help with flopping. The refs are like, get up. Guys, he has a sense of humor about it, and maybe that's a counterbalance to his great physical gifts.
You're right, D.A. He is strong. Thanks for that report. Out to Conley. Puts up a 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Conley's got the lead up to 1 now for the Jazz.
Now, Mike Conley, we know his pre-shot preparation is excellent. Catch and shoot bucket, yes, sir.
Not going to go that time. Great D that time from Favors. Here's Clarkson. Conley. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
If there's an opportunity in transition, Mike Conley will seize it. Well done for the easy one.
Throws it up high, and Hayes throws it down.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Here's Niang. He's covered by Ingram. Now Ilyasova. 20 points for him last game against the Lakers.
Boy, and defensively, he had them off balance. He was able to come away with 4 steals.
The Pelicans have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's Johnson. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Snatched away. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Count that one.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Jazz trail by 3. Outside Conley. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul are 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst, partner, but a fan and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. The pass to Hayes. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Clarkson surveying the floor. Niang passes to Ilyasova. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
The feed now to Ingram. And the rejection by Favors.
I think you want to see more of this from Derek Favors. You love to see him be aggressive and try to send shots back.
And it's blocked. That's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. So both teams changing it up here. There's 53 seconds left now here in the second. Another miss by Utah. And Adams has got the ball here for New Orleans. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Pass to Ingles. O'Neal dishes to Gobert. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Rudy Gobert has become really excellent at getting deep low post position. The defense has got to foul him when he's that deep.
Marshall, he's checked in for New Orleans. The Pelicans trail. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Ball, the pass to Williamson. That one drops for him. Williamson's got 6 points.
And normal physicality doesn't get it done with Williamson. To stop him from scoring, you really have to up the ante and get him before he hits that launching pad. Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
And here's Bogdanovich for 3, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a competitive matchup for New Orleans in the first quarter. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period. And
as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. We're seeing a tremendous game from Mike Conley.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
I don't know that you necessarily think of him as someone who's going to create for others, but boy, all night he's been willing to make the extra pass.
Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. All out there at Bledsoe. And it's Adams in at the center. That's the group starting the second half for Stan Van Gundy. And that one's good. Williamson.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Pass to O'Neal. Outside Conley. Ingles kicks to Bogdanovich. Pass to Gobert. Back to Bogdanovich. Makes it off the glass.
Well, Rudy Gobert stands 7'1", and he's an unselfish guy. It puts the pass on the money.
New Orleans in the lead. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Williamson left side. And Bledsoe has it in the corner. Williamson, the pass to Ingram. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Boy, Steven Adams just plays with tremendous energy and aggression. Look out, Rim.
Ball against Conley. Ingles in the corner. The pass to Gobert. Back to Ingles. 18 feet out. And the shot no good, a bit short. Pelicans leading by 3. Bledsoe dishes to Ingram. O'Neal with the rebound.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Conley uses the glass to finish the layup. Conley's got 9.
Well, there's a certain level of quickness you've got to contend with. Mike Conley off the dribble drive.
Pass to Williamson. And finished off by Williamson.
Well, what a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
Conley against Ball. Conley's shot is off. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. And here is Ball. He's been producing a fair amount of offense night in and night out as he's averaging 14 points a game. Williamson kicks to Ball. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That's his first foul. Both teams will make substitutions. Jazz trail by 3. It seems like every team, Greg, needs that one enforcer, that one guy who's going to get under opponent's skin.
Well, in one poll of coaches and players, Adams was voted the second dirtiest player in the league. One guy said he's real physical, but maybe he crosses the line. Throws the sneaky elbow here and there, commits extra hard fouls, yet Adams usually escapes foul trouble.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for George Niang. And Adams with the slam.
Eric Bledsoe's court vision is probably underrated. What a pretty pass.
It's stolen by Johnson. Here's Bledsoe, and Bledsoe with the stuff.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Favors passes to O'Neal. Now here's Ingles. He's guarded closely. And Utah turns it over again.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Hayes is checked in. Bledsoe looking around. 50 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Johnson dishes to Hayes. Outside for Bledsoe. Clock at 4. And so the ball's out of bounds. Ingram touched it last. Bogdanovich is checked in for Ilyasova. Jazz trail by 7. Feeds to Ingles. Pass to O'Neal. They need this one. Passes to Clarkson. Ingles the bounce pass. Jazz passing it around. Another miss by Utah. Pelicans leading by 7. Johnson attacking. Oh!
And really, this is the time to push it. Try to extend that lead.
You know, they can make things much easier on themselves in the fourth if they just have a few more possessions like that.
Ingles with the ball. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Here's Clarkson. Off target with that shot. And so it's New Orleans going into the break with a and a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. Put the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. And so in the game for the Jazz, Clarkson is out there with Joe Ingles. Then it's O'Neal. Then there's Bojan Bogdanovich, and it's Favors in at the center position. And Hayes throws it down.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Right side Favors. Back to Clarkson. O'Neal against Ingram. From 13, Favors can't get it to go. New Orleans leading by 12. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's
the
case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And a fast break now for the Pelicans. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Now the pass to Hayes. Right wing. A three ball. Offensive rebound. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Hayes has got the lead up to 14 now for the Pelicans.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Favors with the ball. Working on Hayes. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, Bojan Bogdanovic may be one of the most underrated players in this league. This guy understands his role and plays it well.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Gobert against Ball. Fires the three. He can't get that one. The Jazz go the other way with it. To the paint. Here's O'Neal. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got his 4th assist in this one.
How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Bledsoe against Conley. Bledsoe kicks to Ingram. Clock at 6. Out to the wing. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And so Gobert will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Pass to Conley. 1:37 left in the fourth. That cuts the lead to single digits.
Wow, how about the concentration from Mike Conley? Wow, that is big time.
Here's Ball. And Adams now top of the key. Rebound, Utah. Gobert's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Conley into the lane. Over to the left wing. O'Neal passes to Conley. A second chance effort. O'Neal misses. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Williamson in the post. Guarded by O'Neal. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here. Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot. But right now, this guy is cooking.
Ingram outside. Three-pointer. A rebound by the Jazz.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Well, it's been a hard-fought battle through much of the night. They just missed out on a couple of opportunities they'd love to do over.
Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 7. And so Bogdanovic nails both of them. And stolen by Thomas.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. 12 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And that's an intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Yeah, impressed with the work ethic of Ball. You can see a desire to want to be great, and he's going to continue to work on improving those weaknesses.
Pass to Hughes. Here's Gobert. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
See, I have so much appreciation for the way Rudy Gobert plays the game. This guy takes smart shots on the offensive end. He uses that reach to perfection on the defensive end. He is a defense unto himself.
So New Orleans wins it. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll happen.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
So here is Miami's starting group. Trevor Ariza out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Robinson. Then it's Kendrick Nunn. And it's Adebayo in at the 5 spot. And for the Jazz, Rudy Gobert is out there with O'Neal. Then there's Bojan Bogdanovic. Then it's Joe Ingles. And it's Conley in at the 1 spot.
Second chance points kill you. It's a strength of Adebayo picking up the garbage and putting it in.
And that one, good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
On the league, Doris, we're seeing plenty of small ball, but some teams are going big. If you were a coach at this point, which way do you think you'd lean?
Well, Kevin, I think the best coaches maximize the talent at their disposal. And sometimes a coach philosophically may believe in, I emphasize the three-point line. I want to eliminate all mid-range shooting. I want to get to the restricted area and the free throw line. I mean, to me, I love playing a high-tempo, wide-open floor game. Let's let the players show off all their skill.
Moves back up. And Adebayo with the nice bucket inside. Adebayo's got his second bucket tonight.
You see the offense coming around for Adebayo. Entered the league with raw skills, but he's had the benefit of great coaching.
They get it back. And Gobert kicks to Ingles. Conley against Nunn. Conley gets the bucket.
Boy, Mike Conley, the ability to change gears on the drive, that is pretty.
He'd have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Conley against Nunn. And it goes down 2 points. Looking at Miami, they took their win in their last game against the Nets.
Well, they came into that game looking to be physical, looking to control the boards, and they succeeded.
That control of the boards, I felt, fed their offense. There were a ton of second chances, a lot of confidence their bigs could dominate the glass.
Knocks it loose, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Conley.
All right, a chance to look at the numbers for Ingles. They've gotten some big performances from him since the All-Star break. He's putting up 13 points a game, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I'll tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
Well, that's the vision you get with Dragic. His teammates have to love playing with him.
Bogdanovic with it. Butler covering. Clarkson passes to Ilyasova. Back to Clarkson. Pass to Conley. 6 on the shot clock. He feeds it to Ilyasova. Here's Gobert. It's hauled in by the Heat. There's 1:54 left here in the opening quarter. Butler kicks to Adebayo. Back to Butler. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo. Butler's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, the confidence that Jimmy Butler displays on a nightly basis is awesome. This guy, as an interior scorer, is a force.
And it's Adebayo with the ball for the Heat. Here's Hero. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
A different look for Utah. Favors comes in for Gobert. And it's George Niang in for Bogdanovic. Achua, he's checked in for the Heat. Iguodala comes in for Jimmy Butler to stop the run. Here's Ilyasova. Lays it up and banks it in.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And 1:01 left in the first quarter. Up top, Dragic. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Brooklyn.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
That one goes. Count it. Ilyasova's got his 2nd basket of the game.
There's a reason Mike Conley's teammates love playing with him. If you're open, I promise he'll find you.
And the pass to Achua. Over to the wing. Here's Hero. Utah with the rebound. The Heat beat them last time when these two teams met down in South Florida.
Well, I mean, they lost their last matchup with this team, and foul trouble really plagued them throughout the game.
Nothing wrong with aggression as long as you're smart about picking your spots. And let's see if they can be a bit more disciplined this evening.
Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Ilyasova passes to Conley. That will count. And so it's the Miami Heat with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a cruising game inside, and it's working for them. Right back after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've been seeing from the Heat, guys.
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
And now brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Heat, Iguodala out there with Nemanja Bjelica. Then there's Achua. Then there's Dragic. And it's Strus in at the shooting guard. Now here is O'Neal. 14 points from him the last game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And you know, guys, the other thing I really appreciated about his effort in that game was the effort and work on the glass. What a well-rounded performance.
And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Clarkson passes to Favors. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo.
Don't you love the attacking attitude of Derek Favors on the interior? Not many guys who can match his frame and strength.
You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
And the officials call a traveling violation. Playoff seeding so important here. Let's have a look out west. You look at Utah. What a run they've had this year, in first place and charging seemingly at will toward the postseason. These guys have been outstanding.
And seeing where Utah is, every NBA season, there's always going to be some big surprises in store. And I think this season, they'd have to be considered one of the biggest of them all.
Oh, no question. And we're deep enough into the season to know, hey, this hasn't happened by accident. They are genuine contenders here.
Here's Nunn. Following the three-pointer by Utah. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. Miami no good on that time either. That's good, and the Heat lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Bogdanovich.
I'll tell you, Joe Ingles is proving that as a passer, he is a special player.
And the foul called on Bojan Bogdanovich. That's his first foul. Mike Conley's checked in for the Jazz. Nunn, bounce pass. Right side Robinson. It's Bjelica. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Bjelica's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Conley into the lane. Gobert in the corner. Can't tie it up as that one misses. The Heat leading by 3. Passes it to Nunn. Now here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
And this is too easy for Adebayo. Once he's close to the rim, he is going to damage it.
And here's Conley outside. And no good. And Miami the other way now. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Robinson against Ingles. Pass to Akpala. 5 to shoot. Back to Robinson. Adebayo down low. Ingles covering, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
The effectiveness of Bam on the rebound. He's got the perfect physicality for chasing boards and knows how to use it.
And Utah making a change here. Ilyasova's checked in. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. On the wing, Ingles. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Here's Hero. Ingles covering. Ilyasova against Adebayo. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Jazz trail by 11. 1:10 left to play in the first half. A 3 from Bogdanovich. He can't hit that time. The Heat go the other way with it. Adebayo passes to Butler. It's tipped. The numbers in their favor. Outside Conley. Gobert against Adebayo. Now, here's Ingles. 20 points for him last game against the Lakers.
And don't forget about his assists. His playmaking was as good or better than his scoring. He was in complete control out there.
Wow, very close to a potential and one. Butler converting through contact.
Pass to Gobert. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
And with that basket right there, it brings an end to that 12-0 run by the Heat.
Here's Hero. 9-point game his last outing. Ariza with the buckets.
We know this. Trevor Ariza in catch and shoot, effective and reliable.
Here's Bogdanovich. No good on the last second attempt there. Got
Kevin, thanks. Here with.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. Bam Adebayo putting in some incredible work. He had 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 steal. And that should...
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Bam Adebayo in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
Really putting his handprint on this game. You love the hustle. You love the work ethic he has had on display.
O'Neal is out there with Gobert. Then it's Conley. Then there's Bojan Bogdanovich. And it's Ingles in at the 2. That's the group right now for Utah.
And this kind of shot defines who Butler is. Just a bulldog who embraces finishing against the tight coverage.
Ariza with it. He's picked up by O'Neal. The pass to Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Now here's Gobert. Now Ingles. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Off with the layup. Butler kicks to Robinson. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Robinson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Outside Bogdanovich. Ariza against O'Neal. Outside Bogdanovich. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Bogdanovich has got his second bucket of the night.
Well, no hesitation from Bogdanovich in the catch-and-shoot situation. Beautiful.
And here's none. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. The offensive rebound. Ariza no luck.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Conley with it. He's picked up by Ariza. Back to Ingles. Takes the 3. Butler with the steal. Ariza kicks to Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Well, quality floor recognition from Trevor Ariza. If a teammate is open, I promise you he will deliver.
Gobert dishes to Conley. On the wing, Ingles. Stolen by none. And another fast break for Miami. Miami running. Hammers the alley-oop through.
If you make a mistake against Jimmy Butler, this guy will find a way to make you pay. Pretty pass.
Here's Gobert. No good that time. Great D that time from Adebayo. In transition, here comes Miami. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. And now here are the 2K leaderboard. Since the All-Star break, these teams are leading the NBA in second chance points. 5th, the Jazz.
And offensive rebounding, always a point of emphasis for this group, but for whatever reason, they've had particular success since the break, really just outworking their opponents on the glass.
Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best. And I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys.
Yes,
They're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Now, here is O'Neal following the miss by Bam Adebayo. They get it back.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
He had stolen by Ingles, knocked away. Butler with the steal, and slam dunk by Butler.
Jimmy Butler is a problem for this defense. Right now, they've got nothing for him. Go ahead, GB, do some work.
Up again. It's Adebayo with the rebound. And here's Miami. They're on a 13-4 run. Passes it to Robinson. Trying to get open is Butler. And Robinson gets it to go on the assist by Adebayo.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Conley. Nice ball movement by Utah. Bogdanovich wide open. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Bogdanovich has got 7 points. None up top. Guarded by O'Neal. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
3 seconds left. Favors, and it is good at the buzzer. Wow! And so it's Miami, sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. On the floor for Miami starting the fourth. Dragic is out there with Hero. Then there's Iguodala. Then there's Achua. And it's Strus in at the small forward. Now here's Ilyasova. It's hauled in by Achua.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
The Heat leading by 21.
Right there.
Here's Hero. And Dragic has it in the corner. Offline with his three. And Utah has possession. And Favors kicks to Niang. No one near Conley as he lets it go. The three-pointer off the mark. And we've seen more attention given to how fans, Greg, interact with players during the games, whether it's verbal or even physical. Is that something the league's got to keep an eye on?
Absolutely. It's all about making sure that everyone is protected and respected. You know, this is entertainment, right? This is not do or die from a life standpoint, and we don't want to have things escalate.
There's got to be some kind of barrier there. I agree. Now here's Ilyasova. Tries again. Conley the pass to Favors. It's blocked, and he's able to get it back. And they're on the break. Pass to Hero. Outside Dragic. This one for three. Rebound Utah. Moving on from this game, they're scheduled to take on the Lakers at the Staples Center. That'll be the first half of a two-game trip.
Most people would say Derek Favors a throwback big man, right? The guy wants to be effective at posting up, but he can shoot the face-up jump shot as well.
Bogdanovich is checked in for George Niang. Butler, he's checked in for Miami. The Heat leading by 19. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Well, I'll tell you this, Jimmy Butler has got some power in his finishing ability. That's pretty.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, you played against some terrific players, including the late, great Kobe Bryant. I'd love to hear your thoughts on playing against Kobe.
I mean, his passing is still tough, I'm sure, for many to deal with because he was just taken from us at such a young age. But this guy was a ferocious competitor and someone who showed us in life and in tragedy that you need to make the most of every moment that we have here. You know, I just appreciated to really the fans getting to know Kobe once his career was over, because I think he was able to let his guard down a little bit and show us a lighter side, a more compassionate side.
That is an excellent point. Now Dragic after Bogdanovich missing on that last three-pointer. Butler attacking. And the league taking steps to discourage teams, Greg, from tossing away seasons in search of high draft picks. Has enough been done, you think, in that regard?
We'll see. I tell you, the idea of a play-in
tournament. That's a tough one, isn't it?
For the last few playoff spots, I think that's a good idea, actually. It might keep more teams in the hunt down the stretch. And I think the onus also, if the fans put enough pressure on their teams to try to develop what they have and not always put it on the future, I think that's going to help. But I think you're going to always have a little bit of that moving forward.
Conley finds Bogdanovich. Stolen by Robinson. To the middle. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Oh, how about the talent, the creativity? Butler with the highlight reel attack.
Bogdanovich against Robinson. Bogdanovich passes to O'Neal. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich.
Well, so great when your offense produces a shot that close to the rim. The rest of the work becomes easier.
Nunn kicks to Ariza. No one near Adebayo as he lets it go. Almost, but it rolls out.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Heat.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And bragging rights between these teams were on the line today, and they put in some very good work to earn it.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jimmy Butler.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy, in attack mode all evening.
Here's Bogdanovich. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. From outside the arc, tips it. It's good on the putback.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Butler against Ingles. In the corner, O'Neal with it. The Jazz again can't hit it. Ariza passes to Nunn.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. and Zion the 4. Bledsoe is out there with Lonzo Ball. And it's Adams in at the center position. And for Miami, Jimmy Butler is out there with Trevor Ariza. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Robinson. And it's Nunn in at the point guard position. Now, here's Nunn. Really played well against Brooklyn in his last outing. And Adams sends it back. Adebayo kicks to Robinson. 6 to shoot. Here's Butler. Some solid defense from Ingram. And so it's Williamson with it. He brings it up for the Pelicans. Their last encounter was in New Orleans.
Well, they made a few key shots, but missed many more. It was a rough night for them offensively.
And you know what? If you're not going to outwork your opposition, then you typically are going to get outplayed.
Left side Ariza. Over Williamson. Ariza no luck. Here's New Orleans. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
Live by the 3, die by the 3. If you're perimeter dependent, you don't really know game to game how it's going to go.
You know, I think the lack of success from the perimeter really did them in. They just couldn't get it going from there.
Now here's Ingram. Following the miss by Trevor Ariza.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
Well, he just didn't make the catch. Didn't look the ball into his hands. He must have thought the ball was going somewhere else.
And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
To the inside. There's the lob.
Oh, goodness.
Where did that come from? Oh, that was beautiful.
What a punch.
Now, here's Nunn. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Ball against Nunn. Bledsoe outside. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game. Well, for the teams that are clearly rebuilding, should they simply play the young guns, Greg, no matter what, or should they make them earn their minutes?
Kev, you know, I don't know that there's a right answer to that. I think it's really about the personnel and the personalities of the guys on that roster. And really, the front office should play a big role in that as well. But it's a hard call. You got to believe enough in those young guys to say, hey, that's our future. We're going in that direction. But you still got to also take care of your veteran guys who are kind of setting the table for your future. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Count that one. Butler's got his second bucket of the night.
Doesn't get much smoother than that in the pick and roll. Butler really creative in these situations, and he's hard to guard.
Over in the corner, Williamson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Now, here's Dragic. Another guy who really kicked it up a notch for them in that game against the Nets. He elites and misses.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
It's Ingram on the wing. .131 left to play in the first quarter. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2. Here's Hero. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. And we felt it. Even over here, we felt it.
It's the best way to do it, as long as you don't get teed up for it.
The Heat trail by 4. And 1:01 left in the first. Launches a 3. The Heat get it back. And a new 14. Oh, that was a strong dunk.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
He's covered by Bielitsa. Ingram outside. Floats it up for Williamson.
Yeah, you know, you look at Ingram, and it's not all about scoring with him. He shows he shares the ball as well.
And it's Dragic bringing up the ball for Miami. 4-point game. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
And Dragic came into the NBA with something on his resume that not many other rookies have. He has a ring from winning the Slovenian Pro League the year before he came to America.
And the Heat making a change here. Strus is checked in, and New Orleans also making a change. Johnson, he's checked in for Zion Williamson.
How about that high wire action from Ingram, getting up there and pulling off the Houdini?
Dragic the pass to Bielitsa. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
Here's Dragic. It's good. This game is all even.
And I respect the craftiness and savvy of Dragic. I mean, when he gets positioned deep inside, he finds a way to score.
Tie game and some big points being put up on the board. Clark, as we wrap up the first. And don't go away. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
And you know, when the bench is playing such a big role early, that certainly allows the starters to stay fresh throughout the game.
Hero out there with Dragic. Then it's Nemanja Bjelica. Then there's Achua. And it's Strus in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Here's Dragic. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
As a screener in the pick and roll, your job's easy. When Dragic is running it, just set a solid screen and let him do the rest. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
The Heat with the lead. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Second shot opportunity. Shot's good by Achua.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Pass to Awandu. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Hayes. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Now here's Dragic. He's covered closely. Bjelica. And the dunk by Bjelica.
And tremendous fundamentals from Dragic, running the pick and roll to perfection.
There's the pass to Hayes. That shot off. And Miami the other way now. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And
Let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Well placed alley-oop pass into the layup. Strus has got the lead up to 8 now for the Heat.
Boy, Butler doing a nice job taking advantage of the open man. Good quick pass there.
Bledsoe outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And Eric Bledsoe, a special kind of athlete.
And 3 separate knee surgeries in the rear view, but still so fast, his teammates call him Ferrari. The way he's built, a muscle car might be more accurate.
To the left wing. And Adebayo sends it back. Here's Butler. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Heat.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. A key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Pass to Butler. Ingram with the steal. 1:05 left in the first half. Off target with his 3.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Nunn passes to Adebayo. Stolen by Bledsoe. There's 39 seconds left in the first half. 6 on the shot clock. There's Ball with the 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. Here's Strus, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Butler against Ingram. Butler, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Outside for Bledsoe, the 15-footer, Ball. And Ball stays with it. Ball's got 4 points in the quarter.
Even before Lonzo filled into his frame, he had a gift for rebounding, and the stronger he gets, I think.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. The period wrapped up with the teams on. That's all for now.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Goran Dragic has been exceptional here, guys.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Checking out the group for Stan Van Gundy to start the second half. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Lonzo Ball out there at Bledsoe. And it's Adams in at the 5. Roman the paint.
You know, Ball has proven he can pass and rebound the ball. He's a very impressive player. Now he just needs to add the shot and become more effective as a scorer.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Heat have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. Free throw drops for Ariza.
And, you know, Trevor Ariza continues to have an impact on both ends, guys. An amazing defender and an excellent shooter, too.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Ball with it. Inside, here's Adams. Doesn't go that time. Great D that time from Adebayo. Nunn looking around. Butler kicks to Nunn. Back to Butler. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Steven Adams picks one up.
Oh, I like how Butler uses his body in the paint. He's excellent at forcing the issue and getting the call close to the rack.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for Trevor Ariza. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there, Greg?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Bielitsa, he checks in for Miami. Hero comes in for Kendrick Nunn.
Decent at spotting his teammates. You know, Bledsoe is good, I think, at reading the defense and then recognizing when he's got an open teammate.
Bielitsa misses.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Here's the lob to Adams. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And ball goes up and Adams comes down. The anticipation skills, knows where to be to finish that play.
Hero passes to Adebayo. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Heat lead by 2.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Williamson outside. Lays it up off the glass. Williamson's got 8 points.
And normal physicality doesn't get it done with Williamson. To stop him from scoring, you really have to up the ante and get him before he hits that launching pad.
Hero no good. And Adams has got the ball here for New Orleans. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. For the lead, second chance shot, no good. And Miami the other way now. Pass to Adebayo. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
An outstanding athlete for a player of his huge build. Adebayo will bang and bump with the best of them.
A different look for Miami. Achua comes in for Bielitsa. And it's Dragic in for Duncan Robinson.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
1:51 left in the third quarter. And nothing but hair on that one. Heat have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Rockets the pass to Adebayo. It's rebounded by Hayes. The Pelicans trail. Williamson outside. Williamson double team.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision making.
Dragic with a wide open look. They get it again. Achua comes up empty down low. The Pelicans have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. To the left side wing. For the lead. And Williamson with the layup. Williamson's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
It's tipped, and it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. And some changes here for the Heat. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Achua. Butler comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Kendrick Nunn in for Tyler Hero. Ingram, he's checked in for the Pelicans. All comes in for Eric Bledsoe. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. Williamson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pelicans shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless. Not an A-plus trip to the line, but he did get them the lead.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
He's guarded by Dragic. Williamson outside. Here's Hayes. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Williamson's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
We're at the end of the 3rd, and we've still got a close one. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. They've got Adebayo, Trevor Ariza out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Dragic, and it's Nunn in at the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor for Miami. He's guarded by Dragic. Down low, and Hayes throws it down. There is just no way to tell who is going to pull this one out.
When you've had this many lead changes, you're looking to see which one of those plays is going to be a momentum swinger.
Dragic kicks to Adebayo. The kick out to Dragic. Here's Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
Boy, Ball has a nice feel for when his guys are open. He's solid, really solid when it comes to getting his teammates clean looks.
The shot by Adebayo, no good. And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That's foul number 2 for him. Duncan Robinson, he's checked in for the Heat. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ariza.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
It's stolen by Adebayo. And it's the Heat on the break. Robinson leading the charge. And that one's good by Butler.
You know, when he's hot like this, he rides that momentum as long as he can. And you know what I like? The killer instinct Butler has.
Passes it to Williamson. And they call an illegal screen here.
Yeah, but in the first half, he was just purely flawless as a ball securer. But that certainly hasn't been the case here in the second half.
Ball against Nunn. Ingram with the steal. The drive by Williamson. Unable to get that one. Good D by Ariza. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for Miami. And he gets it to go. Butler's got 4 points this quarter.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
And there it is for him. And the Heat lead by 3. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Heat.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And also, guys, they take a lot of pride in their ability to rebound the basketball, especially on the offensive end.
And Ariza with the stuff.
Sensational timing from the athletic forward. Ariza has great chemistry and awareness with his teammates.
To the paint. It's stolen by Adebayo. Back to Butler. Good ball movement here by Miami. The shot by Adebayo, no good. Pelicans trail by 3. Ingram deciding where to go with it. And here's Adebayo. Here's Butler. Ariza passes to Adebayo. Now Nunn. The kick outside to Butler. look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Back to Bledsoe. And there's the pass to Adams. And that'll be 2 free throws coming. The coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, out of the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double-checking, and the game continues on.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Eric Spoelstra coaching the team during the break. This is still a close game, and he told us, guys, we're not far away. We can still get this one. If we seize the moment, we can walk away with the win.
This is why they go to Zion. His teammates trusting in his ability to get the job done.
Dragic finds Butler. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for New Orleans.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
And I also love the way they move the basketball. Their passing has been outstanding here in the second half.
Ingram outside. There's the triple. It's hauled in by the Heat. Left side, Butler. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Out to the wing for 3. Bledsoe. Some solid defense from Butler. There's 25 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And they double up Butler. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Miami with the ball. Down low. Ingram with the steal. Williamson left side. In transition, here comes Miami. Oh, off target. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. We'll take a quick. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. It'll be the Heat off the tip. And so they have the first opportunity on offense right here as we begin overtime. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. So the Pelican 5 right now. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Bledsoe is out there with ball, and it's Adams in at the 5. Now here's ball. Here's the lob to Adams. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Boy, so good at threading the needle. Awesome pass, the size and passing ability of Ball. Tough to defend against.
Here's Adebayo. Outside Butler. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Zion Williamson.
Boy, it's really hard trying to contain Butler. He's so strong and aggressive and has good ball skills. He excels at drawing contact on the way up.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for Miami.
Tremendous job at the line as usual. You can always bank on him in those situations.
And Adams with the slam.
Remains calm and collected. Adams refuses to let the moment be too big.
Gets the pass to Adebayo. And here we go. Williamson heading to the hoop.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Outside ball. Pass to Adams. The steal. And it's the Heat on the break. Butler with the ball. And it's Ingram with the rebound. And Ingram has got the ball here for the New Orleans Pelicans. Shots good by Bledsoe.
It's clear that Bledsoe loves these moments, which is why he's comfortable taking big shots.
Miami trailing. Outside Butler. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
No fear in Butler. Not afraid of anybody. Poise personified. Takes pride in stepping up when the game is on the line.
Robinson's checked in for Tyler Hero.
Yeah, how about the bucket to tie with the D just all over him. The free throw to give them the lead. Just a fantastic play all around.
Bledsoe passes to Ingram. Just about 2 minutes in now to this overtime period. What a game. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Outside ball. 4 on the shot clock. Here's the lob to Adams. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. On offense, here are the Heat. They lead by 1. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Knocked loose. Ingram with the steal. Ball with it. Now guarded by Dragic. Got it.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Here's Ariza. Count it.
And this is why you love Ariza. Doesn't shy away from taking and making the big shot.
And an intentional foul right there. So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear. And no secret here, guys. They've got to get a 3 if we're going to get yet another overtime.
Kept alive. Here's Williamson. They shoot again. It drops. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
They have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
And there's the call on Zion Williamson. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game. Ingram outside. Over Butler. Offline.
I love the defense from Butler. He's a tremendous.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks.
Mike Wang joined us last week to talk your My Player builds. We were talking about the offensive My Players, and this week he's back to talk some defensive My Players.
And if you submitted one of your builds over social, keep watching because we are highlighting one of your My Player builds. Take a look. We are back.
And how about we check the numbers for Bojan Bogdanovic?
And something has really clicked for him at the free throw line. In the past 5 games, his percentage at the line is much better than it had been prior. Sometimes that's how it works. A switch flips, and all of a sudden, you're locked in.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. All out there at Bledsoe. And it's Adams in at the 5 spot. And for Utah, we've got Conley. O'Neal is out there with Rudy Gobert. Then it's Joe Ingles, and it's Bogdanovic in at the 3 slot. So the Utah Jazz able to put the first points up on the board. Adams drawing the double team. Clock at 6, and a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Greg, we're still involved in the conference system. Does it hold relevance as we're looking here at the standings mid-season?
You know, for travel distance, yes, and there's also some tradition at stake. I mean, look, that said, in a perfect world, you'd like to see the best 16 teams make the playoffs each year, but we've had, you know, imbalance in conferences forever, so that's not going to change, but sometimes change is just necessary.
How about quickly for the playoffs? Would you like to reseed and take the top 16s, 1 through 16?
I would. I think that'd be a great idea.
Here's Ingles. Steven Adams making his last shot. O'Neal misses. Ball with it. Now defended by Gobert. Outside ball. He's looking for Williamson and finds him. Hammers the alley-oop through.
This is why Williamson's teammates love him. He makes them look good on these alley-oops.
And here's Ingles outside. Tries to keep it alive. Utah getting another chance here. Feeds it to O'Neal. Buries it from about 10 feet away. O'Neal's got his second basket of the night. O'Neal's gone 2 of 3 from the field. To the inside. Here's Ingram, and slam dunk by Ingram.
The floor awareness of ball excels at getting the ball to his uncovered teammates.
Conley's shot is off. The Pelicans have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game.
And such a great all-around player for over a decade now. Conley is one of the class acts in our league.
He is, GA, one of the best floor leaders we have. He's completely unselfish. Also, 3-time NBA Sportsmanship Award winner, and in 2019 was named NBA Teammate of the Year. I like that play by Joe Ingles. Doesn't have anything he wants, keeps the ball moving.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Ball against Conley. Just 5 on the clock. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Ingram. The shot missing. So Utah will take it the other way. Bogdanovic with it. Now guarded by Ingram.
And if you let the little guy get airborne before you slide over to block him out, he can and will embarrass you on the boards.
Outside ball. He's looking for Williamson and finds him.
We see it night after night. Zion, relentless assault on the cup.
Jazz trail by 4. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And he makes that one.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Williamson. He's coming off a 34-point game against New York.
And not only was he creating for himself, he was setting up teammates with good shots.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. Back to Conley. Now on the scoring column with that bucket, 1 for 2 this game.
And Conley, because of his quickness and wingspan, he plays bigger than his size.
Ball feeling it out a bit. The 3. That one's not going to go. Good work defensively by Conley. Inside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the deep.
The Jazz shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Derek Favors checked in for Rudy Gobert. Ilyasova comes in for Michael Conley. George Niang, he's checked in for Bogdanovic. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Joe Ingles.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
No, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
To the middle, here's Johnson. Tie game in Utah. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And the guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
You can do everything else right, but if you fail to take care of the defensive glass, you're killing your chances.
Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. James Johnson is out there with Hayes. Then it's Brandon Ingram. And it's a one-do in at the shooting guard. And Ilyasova kicks to Clarkson. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Ingram wide open. Hits the three-point bomb. Ingram's got 5 points so far.
Becoming consistent from beyond the arc, it's completely changed how you have to defend Ingram.
That's in, and the Pelican lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Ilyasova.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Pass to Ingram. For 3. They get the rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Now here's Conley. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game.
He is so good in pick and roll. When the defense plays up on him, he burns them with the pass.
Here's a one-do. Tipped away. Stolen by Michael Conley. Clarkson with the ball. Now guarded by Ingram. Here's Clarkson. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Lakers. Ilyasova finds Conley. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Ilyasova can't hit. New Orleans in the lead. Covered by Conley. It's Ingram on the wing. Three-pointer. And the three ball is good. Ingram's got 6 here in this quarter.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
At the top of the key, Favors. Chalk up 2 there.
Few players in the league do a better job of finding the open man than Mike Conley.
The Pelicans have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Here's Hayes, and Hayes throws it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Here's Niang. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Now here is Conley. Pass to Niang. Clarkson bounce pass. Here's Ilyasova, and it comes off the front of the rim.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
1:41 left in the second quarter. And the slam dunk by Johnson. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also, at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Gobert, he's checked in for Favors. Bogdanovich comes in for George Niang. And it's Joe Ingles in for Mike Conley. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Double checking, and the game continues on.
O'Neal's checked in for Utah. That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line. Here's Ball. No points in the game yet for him. Out to the right wing. Now Bogdanovich. And now Utah, fast break. Clarkson's running. Makes it off the glass. 32 seconds left to play here in the half. Bledsoe outside. Here's the lob to Adams.
A solid playmaker. Bledsoe has the vision to take advantage of an imbalanced defense.
Bogdanovich passes to Gobert. He kicks it to O'Neal. Passes it to Clarkson. Dishes it to Bogdanovich. Here's Gobert, and that one released in time, but no good. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And one of the toughest things for any franchise to do, trade your superstar. And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Brandon Ingram with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at the Jazz. Bogdanovich out there with O'Neal. Then it's Joe Ingles. Then it's Conley. And it's Gobert in at the center. They get it back. Here's Gobert. Passes to Ingles. Conley kicks to Bogdanovich. Now the pass to Gobert. It's stolen by Adams. Ingles against Ball. Over to the left wing. Here's Adams, and Adams with the slam.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
Bogdanovich, no luck.
Ooh, they've come out ice cold to start this half. 3 misses and as many attempts.
Out left to the wing. Conley against Ball. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by the Jazz. Gobert's got 4 rebounds in this game. Lobbed up there for Bogdanovich. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. And the dunk by Williamson.
Zion just overwhelms the competition. Unstoppable here.
And Williamson's parents, both college athletes themselves, were a guiding force in helping him grow his game.
When you're talking about growing his game, Greg, at an early age, Zion told his mom he wanted to be the #1 player in college basketball. As a 5-year-old, he played on an AAU team for 9-year-olds. By age 9, he was waking up for 5 a.m. workouts. That's the kind of commitment it takes to succeed, even that early.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. On your screen now is the 2K leaderboard showing us the leaders in blocks in the second half of the NBA season. Rudy Gobert, #1.
He's been protecting the rim as well as anybody in the league during that stretch. I mean, he is not making it easy to take the ball inside.
Very cold start to the second half. 1 for 5, looking for some continuity.
And it's Bledsoe. That time on the assist from Williamson. Bledsoe's got his first points in this one. Jazz trail by 11. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Ball against Conley. Ingles in the corner. Ingram with the steal. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Bledsoe for 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Adams. And it's Royce O'Neal with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Derek Favors checked in for the Jazz. Bledsoe looking around. And stolen by Favors. Ingles against Bledsoe. And the shot is good. The Pelican lead has been cut to just 9 on the basket from Ingles.
Good find, and one of Gobert's advantages as a passer, he can see over everyone's head.
Johnson dishes to Williamson. Over by Conley. Pass to Hayes. Shot clock at 6. To the inside. It's good. And the Pelicans lead by 11.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
On the wing, Ingles. Guarded by Bledsoe. Conley for 3. Here's Gobert. On the wing, Ingles. Conley with the 3. The shot, no good. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. Their next game, playing at home, as the Nets come into town. That game is the first and last of their homestand. There's the dish to Williamson. To the wing on the left. Ingles covering. Lets it go from the wing. Wow, way off on that one.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Good finish in transition by Joe Ingles. And on the other side, you have to make sure you get back and defend.
To the paint. It's stolen by Gobert. Outside Conley. Shoots from 12. Outside Bogdanovich. 4 seconds left. Here's Favors. Ingles, that's for 2. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans ahead by. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. On the court for the Pelicans, getting the fourth quarter going. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Then it's Jackson Hayes. Then there's Bledsoe. Now here's Ingles. 6 on the shot clock. Conley for 3. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. Bledsoe for three. Rebounded by the Jazz. And here's the fast break. Clarkson leading the way.
And you know, Clarkson entering the league as a second-round pick, a little unsung for most of his career, but always seems to find a way to contribute.
And Utah making a change here. O'Neal's checked in. Adams, he's checked in for New Orleans. Lonzo Ball comes in for Eric Bledsoe.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Kicks it to Ingram. Stolen by O'Neal. And now Utah, fast break. Here's Clarkson. Count it, and the foul. Lonzo Ball picks one up.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Jazz trail by 4. And here is Conley. In the corner, O'Neal with it. And so the ball's out of bounds. Ingram touched it last.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Forced them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
And a struggle here to find a rhythm in the second half. The field goal percentage starting to tail off in a big way.
Lobs it up there for Ingram.
Reading the defense like a book. Zion just taking what he sees and pick and rolls.
Gobert against Ingram. And Gobert kicks to O'Neal. They get the rebound. And there's Gobert putting it right back in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And it's Williamson missing. And so Conley will bring the ball up for Utah. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. It's good on the putback.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The Pelicans have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Williamson outside. The feed to Adams. Back to Williamson. Clock at 4. 11 feet away. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Pass to O'Neal. Ilyasova against Ingram. Here's Clarkson. Ilyasova. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Ilyasova's got it all tied up now for Utah.
And wow, what a time to tie this game up, guys.
I wasn't sure they had enough time. What an amazing job to battle all the way back out of that huge hole.
Remains calm and collected. Adams refuses to let the moment be too big.
Here's Clarkson. Steven Adams making his last shot. Conley feeling it out. And the shot is good.
You know, when they're searching for a basket, they look to Mike Conley to deliver. He's never rattled in big moments.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Pressure's on, but Lonzo looks unshakable. Shoots with total confidence.
For Utah, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Williamson against Ilyasova. He kicks it to Conley. Passes it to O'Neal. Back to Conley. 1:02 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Outside, Ball. Here's the lob to Adams. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Ilyasova. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
and they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
For the Jazz, Bogdanovich, who's checked in for Royce O'Neal. And it's Joe Ingles in for Clarkson. Eric Bledsoe is checked in for the Pelicans. Now here's Bledsoe. Another shot. Adams right side. Williamson against Ingles. Yes!
Big time basket at a big time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Conley with it. Now guarded by Ingram. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Feeds it to Ingles. And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. .12 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Shot clock at 5. Gobert, the pass to Conley. Oh, wow, unable to get a shot off in time, and they turn it over. A very unfortunate time there to pick up the shot clock violation. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. And they go to the intentional foul. It's the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
When Lonzo Ball is healthy, he's effective. A multi-talented point guard, in my opinion, with great size. Big moment at the line. As poised as you get, this thing is done.
So it's a narrow victory for the Pelicans, pulling it out for